Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Dutch ebook before it's gone. Do you feel like you don't speak enough Dutch? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account. Hi everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to Conversational Phrases. In this lesson, you'll learn how to ask where something is located. After watching this video, you'll be able to ask for directions. Now let's take a look at some conversational phrases.
Listen to the dialogue.
Waar is de supermarkt?
Die is daar.
Once more with the English translation.
Waar is de supermarkt?
Where is the supermarket?
Die is daar.
It's over there. First of all, you'll need to learn how to say, where is place? The pattern is
Waar is?
place. For example, where is the supermarket?
Waar is de supermarkt? Waar is de supermarkt?
Now, how do you answer this question?
Die is daar.
Listen to it again.
Die is daar. Die is daar.
This Dutch sentence literally translates as, that is there. But it means, it's over there. Here are a few more places you can use with the same pattern. The supermarket.
De supermarkt.
De supermarkt.
The supermarket.
De supermarkt.
The bank.
De bank.
De bank.
The bank.
De bank.
The bathroom.
Het toilet.
Het toilet.
The bathroom.
Het toilet.
The mall.
Het winkelcentrum.
Het winkelcentrum.
The mall.
Het winkelcentrum.
Let's look at some examples. Listen and repeat or speak along with the native speakers.
Waar is de bank?
Die is daar.
Where is the bank?
Waar is de bank?
It's over there.
Die is daar.
Waar is het toilet?
Die is daar.
Where is the bathroom?
Waar is het toilet?
It's over there.
Die is daar.
Waar is het winkelcentrum?
Die is daar.
Where is the mall?
Waar is het winkelcentrum?
It's over there.
Die is daar.
Okay, now it's your turn. Do you remember how to say, where is place?
Waar is?
Place. And how do you answer it?
Die is daar.
Imagine you're looking for the bank. Do you remember how to say, the bank?
De bank. De bank.
Say, where is the bank?
Waar is de bank?
Now ask where the bank is and answer saying the bank is over there.
Waar is de bank?
Die is daar.
Now imagine you're looking for the bathroom. Do you remember how to say the bathroom?
Het toilet. Het toilet.
Say, where is the bathroom?
Waar is het toilet?
Now ask where the bathroom is and answer saying the bathroom is over there.
Waar is het toilet?
Die is daar.
Now imagine you're looking for the mall. Do you remember how to say the mall?
Het winkelcentrum. Het winkelcentrum.
Say, where is the mall?
Waar is het winkelcentrum?
Now ask where the mall is and answer saying the mall is over there.
Waar is het winkelcentrum?
Die is daar.
In this lesson, you learned new vocabulary and phrases you can use in your everyday life to ask the location of a place. You're now able to ask for directions like a native speaker. Start by practicing in the comments below. Ask your fellow learners directions to a place. Lastly, don't forget to click the link in the description and download your PDF cheat sheets. You'll get useful phrases you need for everyday life for free. See you in the next lesson. Bye! Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools.
In this video, you'll learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Dutch. Hi everybody, my name is Thomas. Welcome to the 800 Core Dutch Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Dutch. But there's a twist. With each new lesson in this series, we'll include the previous lessons at the end. So after you've learned the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at dutchpod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally master Dutch. Okay, let's get started. First is hallo. Hello. Hallo. Hallo. Hello. Hallo, Adam. Hello, Adam. Hallo, Adam. Excuseer. Excuse me. Excuseer. Excuseer. Excuse me. Excuseer, waar is het treinstation? Excuse me, where is the train station? Excuseer, waar is het treinstation? Het spijt me. I'm sorry. Het spijt me. Het spijt me. I'm sorry. Het spijt me. Hij is er nu niet. I'm sorry. he is not here right now. Het spijt me, hij is er nu niet. Goedenacht. Good night. Goedenacht. Goedenacht. Good night. Tijd om goedenacht te zeggen. Time to say good night. Tijd om goedenacht te zeggen. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Nice to meet you. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Nice to meet you. Leuk u te ontmoeten, meneer. Nice to meet you, sir. Leuk u te ontmoeten, meneer. Hoe gaat het? How are you? Hoe gaat het? Hoe gaat het? How are you? Hallo Mies, hoe gaat het? Hello Mies, how are you? Hallo Mies, hoe gaat het? Ja. Yes. Ja. Ja. Yes. Het is koud. Ja, inderdaad. It's cold. Yes, indeed. Het is koud. Ja, inderdaad. Nee. No. Nee. Nee. No. Ik ben geneigd om nee te stemmen. I tend to vote no. Ik ben geneigd om nee te stemmen. Dankjewel. Thank you. Dankjewel. Dankjewel. Thank you. Dankjewel, maar dit heb ik niet besteld. Thank you, but I didn't order this. Dankjewel, maar dit heb ik niet besteld. Ik ben. I am. Ik ben. Ik ben. I am. Ik ben Maria. I am Maria. Ik ben Maria. Tot ziens. Goodbye. Tot ziens. Tot ziens. Goodbye. Tot ziens, mijn vriend. Goodbye, my friend. Tot ziens, mijn vriend. Slecht. Bad. Slecht. Slecht. Bad. Hij is een slechte jongen. He is a bad boy. Hij is een slechte jongen. Goed. Good. Goed. Goed. Good. Groentes zijn goed voor je. Vegetables are good for you. Groentes zijn goed voor je. Mooi. Pretty. Mooi. Mooi. Pretty. Je bent erg mooi. You are very pretty. Je bent erg mooi. Lelijk. Ugly. Lelijk. Lelijk. Ugly. Het lelijke eendje met een mooie zwaan. The ugly duckling became a beautiful swan. Het lelijke eendje werd een mooie zwaan. Makkelijk. Easy. Makkelijk. Makkelijk. Easy. Het is makkelijk om een woord te spellen. It is easy to spell a word. Het is makkelijk om een woord te spellen. Moeilijk. Difficult. Moeilijk. Moeilijk. Difficult. De toets van woensdag zal moeilijk zijn. Wednesday's test will be difficult. De toets van woensdag zal moeilijk zijn. Dichtbij. Near. Dichtbij. Dichtbij. Near. Ik woon dichtbij de universiteit. I live near the university. Ik woon dicht bij de universiteit. Ver. Far. Ver. Ver. Far. De vrouw kijkt naar iets ver weg. The woman is looking at something far away. De vrouw kijkt naar iets ver weg. Klein. Small. Klein. Klein. Small. Een klein biertje alstublieft. A small beer, please. Een klein biertje alstublieft. Well done! In this lesson you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at dutchpod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Tot ziens! In this video, you'll learn 20 of the most common words and phrases in Dutch. Hi everybody, my name is Thomas. Welcome to the 800 Core Dutch Words and Phrases video series. This series will teach you the 800 most common words and phrases in Dutch. But there's a twist. With each new lesson in this series, we'll include the previous lessons at the end. So after you've learned the new words and phrases, stick around and review what you learned in previous lessons. Reviewing is one of the most important parts of learning a language. You can also get the full list right now at dutchpod101.com. Click the link in the description to access more example sentences, create your own flashcard deck, and finally master Dutch. Okay, let's get started. First is vandaag. Today. Vandaag. Vandaag. Today. Ze ziet er verdrietig uit vandaag. She looks really sad today. Ze ziet er erg verdrietig uit vandaag. Ze ziet er erg verdrietig uit vandaag. Gisteren. Yesterday. Gisteren. Gisteren. Yesterday. Ik heb gisteren een vrije dag genomen. I took a day off yesterday. Ik heb gisteren een vrije dag genomen. Morgen. Tomorrow. Morgen. Morgen. Tomorrow. Zie je morgen. See you tomorrow. Zie je morgen. Week. 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 Er zitten 7 dagen in een week. There are 7 days in a week. Er zitten 7 dagen in een week. Jaar. Year. Jaar. Jaar. Year. Een kalenderjaar. 1 calendar year. Een kalenderjaar. Seconde. Second. Seconde. Seconde. Second. Er zijn nog 50 seconden op de stopwatch over. There are 50 seconds left on the stopwatch. Er zijn nog 50 seconden op de stopwatch over. Minuut. Minute. Minuut. Minuut. Minute. Het is een minuut voor middernacht. It's 1 minute to midnight. Het is 1 minuut voor middernacht. Uur. Hour. Uur. Uur. Hour. Ik slaap elke dag 8 uur. I sleep for 8 hours every day. Ik slaap elke dag 8 uur. Klok. 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 De klok geeft 8 minuten voor 12 aan. The clock reads 8 minutes to 12. De klok geeft 8 minuten voor 12 aan. Uur. A clock. Uur. Uur. A clock. Het is 3 uur. It's 3 o'clock. Het is 3 uur. Kalender. Calendar. Kalender. Kalender. Calendar. Ik heb onze feestdag aangegeven op de kalender. I marked our anniversary on the calendar. Ik heb onze feestdag aangegeven op de kalender. Maandag. Monday. Maandag. Maandag. Monday. De werkweek begint op maandag. The work week starts on Monday. De werkweek begint op maandag. Dinsdag. Tuesday. Dinsdag. Dinsdag. Tuesday. Volgende week dinsdag. Tuesday next week. Volgende week dinsdag. Woensdag. Wednesday. Woensdag. Woensdag. Wednesday. De woensdagavonden spelen we bij mij thuis poker. Wednesday nights we play poker at my house. De woensdagavonden spelen we bij mij thuis poker. Donderdag. Thursday. Donderdag. Donderdag. Thursday. Op donderdag. On Thursday. Op donderdag. Vrijdag. Friday. Vrijdag. Vrijdag. Friday. Schrijf de plannen voor vrijdag op de kalender. Write the plans for Friday on the calendar. Schrijf de plannen voor vrijdag op de kalender. Zaterdag. Saturday. Zaterdag. Zaterdag. Saturday. Elke zaterdag doe ik 5 uur lang het huishouden. I do housework every Saturday for 5 hours. Elke zaterdag doe ik 5 uur lang het huishouden. Zondag. Sunday. Zondag. Zondag. Sunday. Zondag is het Vaderdag. Sunday is Father's Day. Zondag is het Vaderdag. Doen. Do. Doen. Doen. Do. Ik heb zoveel werk te doen. I have so much work to do. Ik heb zoveel werk te doen. Gaan. Go. Gaan. Gaan. Go. Ik ga in de stad naar school. I go to school in the city. Ik ga in de stad naar school. Well done! In this lesson you expanded your vocabulary and learned 20 new useful words. Click the link in the description and sign up for free at dutchpod101.com to get access to the full list of vocabulary you need for daily life conversations. You'll also get example sentences, custom flashcard decks, and more learning resources. See you next time. Tot ziens.
Hello and welcome to this next Dutch lesson where we will talk about the must-know phrases in Dutch. My name is Stella and I will be teaching you some very useful basic phrases in Dutch today. So let's get started. The first word of the day is hallo. Hello. Hallo. Hello. So as you can see, the standard Dutch greeting is very similar to the English one. Now, if you feel like mixing it up a little bit, you can also say hoi, which is our version of hey, and it's slightly more informal. Now, if you want to be a little less casual, for example, if you arrive at work in the morning, you could say this. Goedemorgen. Good morning. Goedemorgen. Goedemorgen. Now, if you want to be a little less casual, for example, if you arrive at work in the morning, you could say this. Goedemorgen. Goedemorgen. Good morning. You can also say this to anyone else you meet in the morning, for example, in a shop or the person you wake up next to. If it's in the afternoon, you could say this. Goedemiddag. Good afternoon. Goedemiddag. Goedemiddag. This one is much more formal than goedemorgen. In the Netherlands, you can say goedemorgen to anyone, but goedemiddag is really only used when starting a conversation with someone you don't know. For example, at the supermarket or at the beginning of a phone call. Goedenavond. Good evening. Goedenavond. Goedenavond. Good evening. This one is pretty formal. You do best to only use it, for example, when entering a restaurant or something like that. Hoe heet u? What's your name? Hoe heet u? Hoe heet u? What's your name? Bear in mind that the Dutch have a formal you, which is u, and an informal you, which is je. So if you're asking a child or a classmate what his or her name is, you should probably go with hoe heet je? Now, after learning someone's name, you will likely be asked to say yours, to which you could say, ik ben, I'm, ik ben, enter your name here. So in my case, it would be, ik ben Stella. Ik ben Stella. I'm Stella. It's just your basic introduction. After you've both stated your names, you'll likely shake hands and say something like this. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Nice to meet you. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Nice to meet you. Now remember the difference between je and u. If you're meeting a new client at work, you may want to say leuk u te ontmoeten, just to class it up a bit. Another useful sentence right after introductions is hoe gaat het? How are you? Hoe gaat het? Hoe gaat het? How are you? It's a nice way to get to know a little bit about the other person, if they feel like sharing. Most of the time, though, they will probably just say that they're fine and leave it at that. And that would sound like this. Het gaat prima, dank je. En met jou? I'm fine, thanks. And you? Het gaat prima, dank je. En met jou? Het gaat prima, dank je. En met jou? I'm fine, thanks. And you? So when people ask you this, it's probably better not to launch into a 15-minute speech about how you are really doing. Keep it short and to the point. Now, here comes one that's rather ambiguous. Alstublieft. Please. Alstublieft. Alstublieft. Please. First of all, when saying this to someone you know well, say alsjeblieft. Je, u, remember? But whichever one you use, it can also mean here you go. So you say it when you're asking someone for something, but also when handing it over. It's pretty confusing, right? Crazy Dutchies. When someone hands you something, or someone has done something nice for you, the polite thing to do is say this. Dank je. Thank you. Dank je. Dank je. Thank you. And again, if you're in a formal situation, say dank u. Next one is what you say after that. Graag gedaan. You're welcome. Graag gedaan. Graag gedaan. Now this is probably a hard one because of the notorious Dutch sound. Just remember, if you pull this off, you'll sound very Dutch indeed. The next two are really short and to the point. Ja. Yes. Ja. Ja. Yes. Nee. No. Nee. Nee. No. Just your basic yes and no. Use them wisely. The next one is easy. You'll all recognize it immediately. Okay. 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 And of course it means okay. It's the same word and you can basically spell it any way you like, so go to town. Excuseer. Excuse me. Excuseer. Excuseer. Excuse me. You can say this if you want to pass by someone and you need them to move, for example. The second way to apologize in Dutch is het spijt me. I'm sorry. Het spijt me. Het spijt me. I'm sorry. You can also say sorry if you've done a small thing wrong, but if you've really made a mess of things, you may want to go all the way and just go with het spijt me. So let's move on to a few short questions. First one is, hoe laat is het? What time is it? Hoe laat is het? Hoe laat is het? What time is it? A literal translation would be, how late is it? But we use this whenever we just want to ask for the time. Waar is het toilet? Where is the restroom? Waar is het toilet? Waar is het toilet? Where is the restroom? So I'm sure you recognize the word toilet in there, but if you want to sound very Dutch, use wc for water closet. So then you would say, waar is de wc? The next one isn't a question, but a request. Wacht even. Wait a moment. Wacht even. Wacht even. Wait a moment. You can use this if someone is talking to you while you're busy, or if you need someone to not move while you grab something from a different aisle, etc. It's a very useful sentence. So if you're in a shop and you want to ask how much something is, you can ask, hoeveel kost dit? How much is this? Hoeveel kost dit? How much is this? Though usually when you're in the Netherlands, there will be clear price tags on everything. The Dutch don't haggle. If you've eaten at a restaurant and you want the check, say, mag ik de rekening alstublieft? Could I get the check, please? Mag ik de rekening alstublieft? Mag ik de rekening alstublieft? Could I get the check, please? Now remember, Dutch people will often split the bill. So if you want to ask for the check, but you don't want to necessarily imply that you'll be the one paying for it, you could say, mogen wij de rekening alstublieft? Which means, could we get the check, please? Here's a word you really need to know, but you probably already do. Help. 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 It just means help. Sometimes life will throw you a bone. Tot later. See you later. If you're taking leave of someone, you can say tot later. Tot later. See you later. You can also just say later. That's been catching on quickly lately. Here's a slightly more formal version of saying goodbye. Tot ziens. Goodbye. Tot ziens. Tot ziens. Goodbye. You're technically saying the same thing you were earlier. It just means that you'll see each other again. But this is the one you would use in a grocery store, whereas you would say tot later or later to a friend. So that's all for today. These were the must-know phrases in Dutch. If there's anything missing from this list, make sure to tell me in the comments. Like and subscribe to this channel. And if you'd like to learn more Dutch, visit dutchpod101.com. Thanks and goodbye.
Hallo allemaal, ik heet Marleen. Hi everybody, I'm Marleen. Welcome to dutchpod101.com's Nederlands in 3 minuten. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Dutch. Hallo, ik heet Marleen. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Hi, I'm Marleen. Nice to meet you. In this series, we're going to learn basic Dutch expressions. It's super easy and it only takes 3 minutes. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to introduce yourself in Dutch. We'll start speaking right away, but first it's important to clarify that in Dutch, there's a difference between the formal and the informal language. Let's first see how Dutch people introduce themselves in an informal situation. Hallo, ik heet Marleen. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Hi, I'm Marleen. Nice to meet you. Hallo, ik heet Marleen. Leuk je te ontmoeten. Start by saying, hallo, ik heet. Then say your name. Hallo, ik heet Marleen. Finally say, leuk je te ontmoeten. Hallo, ik heet Marleen. Leuk je te ontmoeten. And now, let's see the same sentence in formal speech. Goedendag, ik heet Marleen van den Berg. Aangenaam. Good day, I'm Marleen van den Berg. Pleasure to meet you. Goedendag, ik heet Marleen van den Berg. Aangenaam. So, what has changed from the previous introduction? Let's take a close look at these expressions together. Hallo has been substituted with the formal greeting goedendag, which is Dutch for good day. Ik heet Marleen has not been changed. Ik heet simply means I am called. However, during a formal self-introduction, we also say our last name. So I said, Marleen van den Berg. Here you would say your full name. One more time. The informal way to introduce yourself in Dutch is Hallo, ik heet Marleen. Leuk je te ontmoeten. The formal way to introduce yourself is Goedendag, ik heet Marleen van den Berg. Aangenaam. Now it's time for Marleen's insights. When you introduce yourself, it's a good habit to shake hands. If you are not sure whether to use leuk je te ontmoeten or aangenaam, just say simply aangenaam, as this expression can be used in both the formal and informal introduction. If you use the correct sentence with Dutch people, they're definitely going to be impressed. That's it for this lesson. Do you know how we say thank you in Dutch? You'll learn how to say this and many other words in the next Nederlands in 3 minuten lesson. Tot ziens!
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Goedenavond. Heeft u nog een kamer?
Jawel, meneer. 1 persoons of 2 persoons?
2 persoons graag. En met een douche.
Geen probleem. Wilt u morgenochtend gewekt worden?
Ja, graag. Om 8 uur alstublieft.
Komt voor elkaar. Mag ik uw paspoort nog even zien?
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Goedenavond.
Good evening.
Goedenavond. Goedenavond. Kamer.
Room.
Kamer. Kamer. 1 persoons.
Single.
1 persoons. 1 persoons. 2 persoons.
Double.
2 persoons. 2 persoons. Met.
With.
Met. Met. Douche.
Shower.
Douche. Douche. Gewekt.
To be woken up.
Gewekt. Gewekt. Alstublieft.
Please.
Alstublieft. Alstublieft. Mag.
May.
Mag. Mag.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Goedenavond. Heeft u nog een kamer?
Jawel, meneer. 1 persoons of 2 persoons?
2 persoons graag. En met een douche.
Geen probleem. Wilt u morgenochtend gewekt worden?
Ja, graag. Om 8 uur alstublieft.
Komt voor elkaar. Mag ik uw paspoort nog even zien?
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Hoi Tim, zullen we morgen wat gaan doen?
Ja, leuk. Wat wil je doen?
We kunnen samen gaan eten.
Ja, leuk. En daarna naar de film?
Oké, zullen we Chinees gaan eten?
Ik ga liever Italiaans eten. Is dat oké voor jou?
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Morgen,
Tomorrow.
morgen, morgen. Doen,
To do.
doen, doen. Leuk,
Nice.
leuk, leuk. Samen,
Together.
samen, samen. Daarna,
Afterwards.
daarna, daarna. Film,
Film.
film, film. Jou,
You.
jou, jou.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Hoi Tim, zullen we morgen wat gaan doen?
Ja, leuk. Wat wil je doen?
We kunnen samen gaan eten.
Ja, leuk. En daarna naar de film?
Oké, zullen we Chinees gaan eten?
Ik ga liever Italiaans eten. Is dat oké voor jou?
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Hallo allemaal, ik heet Marleen. Hi everybody, I'm Marleen. Welcome to DutchPod101.com's Nederlands in 3 minuten. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Dutch. In the last lesson, we learned how to be grateful to people by saying bedankt. In this lesson, we'll learn some of the most common greetings used in Holland. Ben je er klaar voor? Are you ready? Let's start. The most used informal greeting is hallo. Hallo. Hallo means hi or hello. We should only use this greeting with friends or relatives. The most used formal greetings will change depending on the time of the day. Let's start with goedendag. Goedendag. Literally, goedendag means good day. As a rule of thumb, we can use goedendag only during the daytime, from late morning until early evening. In the morning we say goedemorgen, good morning. Goedemorgen. During the evening we say goedenavond. Goedenavond. Goed is Dutch for good. Dag, morgen and avond means day, morning and evening, respectively. Easy, right? What should you say when you leave? Dutch people usually say tot ziens when leaving in a formal situation. Tot ziens. Tot ziens means goodbye. If we say goodbye to friends or our relatives, we use the informal word dag. Dag. You can also say doei. The expression doei is commonly used in informal situations. Doei. Now you can greet people in many different ways in Dutch. Let's review them all again. First, the greetings. Informally, we simply say hallo. Formally, use goedemorgen in the morning, goedendag in the afternoon, and goedenavond in the evening. When leaving in a formal situation, we say tot ziens, and in an informal situation, it's dag or doei. It's easy, isn't it? Now it's time for Marlene's insights. In formal situations, Dutch people commonly greet each other by shaking hands. On the other hand, if we meet someone we are very friendly with, we kiss each other on both cheeks, usually 2 or 3 times. Don't be afraid to do it with your Dutch friends. It's normal. During the next lesson, we'll learn the meaning of the phrase Spreekt u Engels? Do you already know it? I'll be waiting to talk about it with you in our next Nederlands in 3 minuten lesson. Tot ziens!
Woon je weer in Nederland? Ja, ik woon weer hier. Ik woon weer in Amsterdam. In het centrum? Ja, en waar woon jij? Ik woon ook in Amsterdam. Werk je in het centrum? Ja, ik werk hier. Werk jij ook in het centrum? Nee, ik werk thuis.
Hallo allemaal, ik heet Marleen. Hi everybody, I'm Marleen. Welcome to DutchPod101.com's Nederlands in 3 minuten. The fastest, easiest and most fun way to learn Dutch. In the previous lesson, we learned the most common forms of greetings in Dutch. Do you remember them? In this lesson, we're going to learn a very useful phrase. Do you speak English? If you find yourself in a situation where you need assistance in English, this phrase can be a lifesaver. And because you're asking it in Dutch, you can be sure that everyone will understand what you're saying, even if their answer is no. Here's the informal way to say it. Spreek je Engels? Spreek je Engels? In Dutch, verbs change depending on the pronoun that is used. Please notice the word je in the middle of the sentence. Remember that this is the informal way to say you. The first word is the verb spreek, which means to speak. Because it is referring to je, it is conjugated to spreek je. And you probably recognize Engels to be English. Spreek je Engels? To learn how to use different verbs, like spreken, please look at our Absolute Beginner series on DutchPod101.com. You can find very detailed grammar lessons and resources there. We're now going to make this sentence formal. First, we need to use the formal version of you, which is u. If we change the word for you, we will say the verb differently. It becomes spreekt instead of spreek, like in the informal version. Spreekt u Engels? Spreekt u Engels? Adding pardon, excuse me, the sentence becomes even more polite. Pardon, spreekt u Engels? Pardon, spreekt u Engels? The responses you will receive could be one of these 3. Ja, yes. Ja. Een beetje, a little. Een beetje. Nee, ik spreek geen Engels. No, I don't speak English. Nee, ik spreek geen Engels. Since the last one is a negative statement, we need to say geen after the verb spreken. Notice also that the verb spreek is slightly different than spreken. Remember, the verb changes depending on the pronoun used. We are now talking about ik, Dutch for I. Thus, I do not speak is ik spreek geen. Now it's time for Marlene's insights. For those of you who are not only English speakers, you can obviously use this question with any language you need. Dutch people study other European languages at school, so maybe you will get lucky. Just substitute Engels with Italiaans for Italian, Duits for German, Spaans for Spanish, Frans for French. In this lesson, we mentioned the expression pardon. But did you know that this could also be used as an apology? In the next lesson, we will learn this and other ways to apologize in Dutch. It's never too late to show your good manners with Dutch people. I'll see you in our next Nederlands in 3 minuten lesson. Tot ziens! In this lesson, we're going to learn numbers in Dutch. Yes, numbers. Nummers. We'll learn 1 to 10. And you are going to learn them in only 3 minutes. 3 minuten. Are you ready? Let's start. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. Okay, now repeat after me. I'll say the numbers and give you time to repeat each one. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Great job! What is before 1? Do you know? The word for 0 is 0. 0. Now you don't have any more excuses. You can give your friends your cell phone number in Dutch. Let's try together. We'll use the phrase mijn nummer is, which means my number is. Mijn nummer is. Mijn nummer is 0, 6, 9, 2, 1, 3, 5, 8, 7, 4. Can you read it by yourself? 0, 6, 9, 2, 1, 3, 5, 8, 7, 4. Perfect! Now it's time for Marlene's insights. When we go to the post office in the Netherlands, we sometimes have to stand in line with a number. When it's your turn to check out, they yell out, nummer 1, nummer 2, and so on. Learn your numbers well so you can be ready. Do you know the Dutch word for 100? Here's a hint, it's very similar to the English word. In the next lesson, we are going to learn the numbers from 11 to 100 in Dutch. Your task now is to practice the numbers we studied in this lesson, from 1 to 10. Tot ziens! We're going to learn how to go shopping in the Netherlands. Before we go, you need to know how to say, how much is it? Hoeveel kost het? Hoeveel kost het? Okay, are you ready to go shopping in the Netherlands? Let's go! Let's say you see something you like and want to ask the shopkeeper how much it costs. The first thing to say is, pardon. Do you remember what that means? It is, excuse me. Pardon, hoeveel kost het? Pardon, hoeveel kost het? At this point, the shopkeeper can answer by saying, het kost. It costs. For example, het kost 55 euro. What number is 55? It's 55. So this means it costs 55 euro. Or he could say, het kost 74 euro. It costs 74 euro. Now it's time for Marlene's insights. Instead of using it, het, you can be more specific by saying this, dit, or that, dat. So you can say, hoeveel kost dit? How much is this? Hoeveel kost dit? Hoeveel kost dat? How much is that? Hoeveel kost dat? So, at this point, can you count a euro in Dutch? We are going to learn how to do this and much more in the next lesson. I'll be waiting for you in our next Nederlands in 3 minuten lesson. Tot ziens!
You've studied for a while and are ready to talk to people and practice what you've learned. But where do you start? Starting a conversation in a new language can seem a bit intimidating. How do you just jump into it? In this video, we'll look at 5 ways to start conversations. Number 1. Introduce yourself in your target language. This is usually one of the first things you learn when you start studying a new language. And sometimes, starting a conversation, or continuing one, is as simple as introducing yourself. Number 2. Talking about the weather. This is a universal talking point. People talk about the weather all over the world. And just saying, "It's really nice today," is enough to start a conversation. A great way to practice your weather conversation skills is to check out our Can-Do lesson pathway. This series of lessons teaches you how to talk about the weather in your target language. Number 3. Give compliments. Compliments are a great way to start a conversation. You can compliment something about your conversation partner's city, country, or something specific to them personally. "Hey, your bag is super cute," or "That ice cream looks delicious." These kinds of compliments can lead to further conversation about what you complimented. In this case, it could be fashion or a local restaurant. This is a great way to make quick connections with people. Number 4. Ask for help. For example, you can ask for directions, ask about prices, or request recommendations for restaurants or shopping spots, and let the conversation go from there. People are usually happy to lend a helping hand to tourists who are visiting their city. Number 5. Learn phrases for transactions. This can include getting a room at a hotel or telling a taxi driver where to go. When you're traveling overseas, you'll need to talk to other people in your target language. And while this might be a bit scary at first, you'll find that the people you meet are just happy that you're trying to communicate with them. So get started talking in your target language now. For even more tips on how to start conversations, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye! Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Dutch ebook before it's gone.